Hello and welcome. We have Grunt and Glouk the Boss. This is a very old recorded game. This is about from 2006, 2007. I've had it in my folder for a long time, and I haven't seen any videos of this on YouTube, so I figure I would commentate it. A very rare game, I have to say, because Grunt does not record his games at all. So this is definitely a very rare non-tournament game. This was a quick search game, hence how Glouk the Boss is blue here. We do not have the point of view from Grunt because he's red, so you only get the point of view from blue. So if I put view lock, you're not going to be able to see exactly his movements, but that should be fine. So here we go. He used the tower to attack the alligators here. A very smart move. He's taking advantage of that. As you can see, he built his first trade post. And he gathered 35 food so far. I'll switch back and forth between Glouk and Grunt. So notice his scouting pattern here on Texas. I know it's Texas and a lot of you don't play on this map, but again, I have to say it's very rare to find a Grunt game. Very, very rare, matter of fact. This game had over 3,000-4,000 downloads on it. So the whole point in this Texas map is to pick up as many cows as you can, because there's not much hunt. This is all you have usually. Just the first two starting herds there, and they're smaller herds. So Grunt does not go for that 25% scouting boost. It's just aging up to discovery now. Now, keep in mind, this is played on an older patch. So I might link the patch changes in the description. So that way you know how to change your build orders. But a lot of it is the same. A lot of it... as far as I can tell, Ottoman hasn't changed much. And this game is Ottoman versus French here. Anyway, he keeps his explorer here just so he can check out the hunts. He's got scouts on the way. So take speed fast off here just temporarily. Just going to take a look at his deck here. So he sent 700 gold and the 3 hussars. And the deck has been pretty standard throughout. So even 10 years later, the deck has been pretty similar. So I'm going to speed it up here again. And this is my first time watching the game, so I'm excited to see what happens here. Grunt at the time was 93% win, and he was a field marshal. So right here in this game, he's level 50. And Glouk the Boss was level 47, lieutenant, or no, that's general. Level 47 with about 67% win rate for blue, and red had 93% win rate and level 50. So he keeps the scouts here in the back just to check out the hunts. And Grunt is going straight for fortress. That is quite impressive. So he's actually just pinning down Glouk the Boss here in this corner of the map, while Grunt is pretty much taking the map. He does now have some Abyss guns, and he's got 5 hussars on the way. So this deck here is mostly a fortress deck, as you can see, and you got a few extra cards in Age 4. That's because Texas is a defensive map, so you start with the 2 towers, so that lets you more likely than not, the game is going to last longer. So you want to put extra cards in the fortress age. And if you're not familiar with vanilla, vanilla has 20 cards as opposed to TAD, which has 25 cards. So he's got another card now. I'm guessing he'd probably send 1,000 wood or 2 cannons, who knows, or Manchus. He's got a lot of gold right now. Or even Mamluks. Mamluks are very, very good. Anyway, he's got 8 hussars. Keep in mind, he didn't make any hussar. He got the 3 here and the 5. And he still has them. Glouk the Boss is pretty heavy on skirmishers. We'll speed it up here a little bit. Thing is, when I speed it up, I'm always going to miss something. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so he did send Manchus. Very interesting. Why did he send Manchus? Interesting stuff. You'd think that he would send Mamluks. And so yeah, the Manchus did cost 1,000 gold. So all the prices are the same, even though it's an older game. It was still played on patch 1.08. So again, I will post the patch differences from today's game to this game here. But build orders should be about the same. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. The way Grunt is playing Ottomans here is exactly how you should play it if you can. So Glouk has shipped his fortress here now. And he's got quite a few skirmishers. And as we can see the cows, he probably picked up around 8 cows. And there was 4 cows for Grunt because Grunt only started with 1 scout, whereas French starts with 2 scouts. He starts with an explorer and a scout here. So Grunt just seeing the fortress now, and he's going for the trading post. Here we go, trading post pretty much down at this point. This is the Abyss guns against the skirmishers. Hussars going on the skirms. Very interesting, very interesting. So Glouk did not make any anti-cav. Perhaps because he sent the fort instead, so he thought that would be enough to prevent Grunt from going in. So we got a town center here going up. Second TC. Grunt sends 2 cannons and artillery foundry coming here. So some more Manchus raiding in the back. Notice how Grunt built his second trade post here instead of here. Mostly just for map control. Alright, so Glouk is just rebuilding up here. The scores look... Okay, his score just dropped by 30 there for a second. I'm not sure why. But stable going up here in the back. Not sure what he wants to make. I mean, Dragoons don't do all that well against Manchus. Manchus are really, really strong. Imam, I haven't seen those before. I'm not sure how they were used or how they were nerfed. Either way, pretty interesting game so far. 1,000 gold on the way. Let's see what's happening here. So, Explorer's still down for French. He's got 2 TCs. iamgrunt is pretty much just... He does have map control at this point. Notice all the gold mines up here, so you do want to come out here if you can. 2 heavy cannons. Glouk is in an industrial age now. And those Manchus are absolutely wrecking. Perfect micro here. Micro is absolutely wonderful. But he didn't know that Glouk had heavy cannons. So 2 Manchus did get picked off there. But other than that, the micro in general was very, very good. Especially against the Corsair, how he moved back one of the Manchus. And it's definitely very, very hard to work against Grunt's micro. Grunt did very good there. Anyway, Culverin on the way for Grunt. Makes sense. He does have 5 Manchus left though. Glouk is still making some Corsairs. We'll speed it up here a little bit. So we're going to have our army showdown. 2 Culverins on the way for Grunt. There we go. It's showdown. Okay. Cannons did not go down yet. We got the Spahi in. Grunt is still in age 3, notice. Factory up in the front. That's pretty unique. Perhaps the factory is there so that when you pop the heavy cannons, they're closer to the battlefield, closer to the front. But again, The factory is pretty exposed. Those Spahi really put in a lot of work. Manchus would need to be microed now, which they are. Abbas need to be microed. Overall, very good micro here. Very good micro by Grunt. Very well done with those Manchus. Okay, so factory is going down. And then fire here. He still has those super. Okay, we have another factory wagon. So Glock still thinks he can do something here, although he's in industrial age, so perhaps that's what's keeping him in the game. Now Grunt's got 4 cannons. We got 5 cuirassiers from Glock coming down the balcony here. Very good micro, very good. Again, those Manchus really have been very effective this game. Although notice Grunt never sent Mamelukes this game. Perhaps they were not known to be as strong as they are now. I mean, they haven't been nerfed or anything. They've been the same throughout the patches, but I guess within the last few years they realized how strong the Mamelukes actually are. But again, Manchu did good here. They did put in a lot of work. Okay, so we got the train upgrade here by Grunt, just for that extra economy. Factory in. Some extra upgrades for the villagers. So I have no idea what's going to happen here. But Grunt is definitely in the lead. He does have 4 cannons. 2 bombards on the way, so he should clean this up. Although I have to say, Glouk the boss has been had a very good economy. Ooh, those cannons got they almost got caught, both of them, but Glouk got pretty lucky there for having his military there at the right time. All right, so we got some mortars in. A lot of anti-cav, some bombards, some falconets, and all hell's going to break loose. Grunt's score looks pretty good. TC going down. Glouk is going to have to make a move. And here it is. Moves into 4 cuirassiers. Another 5 on the way. And bam, bam, bam. And that's it. It's over. It's over. It's over. GG. Well done. Glouk the boss put in a good effort, but I mean, regardless, you think about it again, Grunt here had 93% win rate. 93%. I'll tell you the stats right now. This game here was played in 2006. August the 5th, 2006 on AoE 3 1.08 patch. Very, very interesting. Now, this is how the game was played back then. I wouldn't imagine you to pick up this same exact build order or exactly what they did this game. The only thing I would change, if you were in this matchup, French versus Ottoman, the only thing I would change is the fact perhaps Manchu for Mameluke. Other than that, I would like to see the French player be more aggressive. Although Grunt played this very smart. The French player was probably thinking, well, he rushed me in H2. Because see again, Grunt sent 3 hussars and 700 gold. So Glouk probably thought that he was rushing in H2. So right away, that put Glouk on the defensive. As soon as Glouk was on the defensive, he had that mentality that Grunt was just going to keep pushing, keep pushing. But instead, Grunt went through the ages. He had the map control. and see if he got lucky with having an unharassed gold mine, but that doesn't usually happen when the other player has map control. Also, what I do like doing is building wall posts around the gold mines, so that way you have basically a view of that map. Other than that, I do plan on uploading more Age of Mythology, Age 3 content, Age 2 content. It just depends what the mood is. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the game, and we'll see you guys next time.